Okay, hello, and welcome to GameArt, where we will be discussing games as an art form and making art inspired by the game. So, today we will be talking about Bioshock. Now, Bioshock is an awesome game. It's on Steam now for $10, I think. It's great. If you haven't played it, go play it, go buy it, come back, then watch this video. But let's talk about Bioshock and how I think the Would You Kindly plot twist is a prime example of why video games are art. Now let's get into it. So, for those who don't know, when you start Bioshock, you are a silent protagonist, which I'm sure seems cliche. You've played a million games where you start as a silent protagonist, but you're a silent protagonist, and there's this guy on the radio called Atlas, and he needs your help. He asks you to go to a bunch of various different places so you could help him and his family escape Rapture, this doomed underwater city that used to be a utopia, but of course everything went to hell, as it always does. I mean, if it didn't go to hell, it wouldn't be that much fun of a game now, would it? So you spend the entire game listening to what he says. You know, he says go here, you go there. He says go there, you go there. You know, he says jump, you say how high. And then it's revealed about 2/3 into the game that your character is a genetically engineered illegitimate son of Andrew Ryan, the villain of the game, or the supposed villain of the game. It's revealed that the guy on the radio the entire time you were taking commands from was the real villain of the game, and you were made so you were genetically engineered and programmed to do the bidding of anyone, so as long as they say the words "would you kindly" in the sentence that they asked you to do something. So Atlas, wanting control of Rapture, the city, says, would you kindly go kill Andrew Ryan? And since he needs, only Ryan can control the city, because you need someone with his genetic code. That's also why he made you, because you have Andrew Ryan's genes, being his son. So, and then when you go to kill him, it is revealed that you are this genetically engineered assassin, and that Atlas wasn't even Atlas all along. He was this guy called Frank Fontaine, and he was playing you from the fucking beginning, and just using the "would you kindly" brainwashing that your character has to tell you to go everywhere. That throughout the entire game, he's been controlling you by just using the phrase "would you kindly" in a sentence. And it's also and they reveal how many times he said it throughout the fucking game, and you just never even noticed. And see, now this is a prime example of why games are art, because this plot twist would not work in any other medium. It wouldn't work if you did it in a book or a movie. It would still be a unique plot twist, but the problem with it is it takes all responsibility away from the main character of the story, because he was brainwashed all the time, so therefore he's not responsible for anything he did. So it makes that character boring, because all of his actions he's just been a puppet the entire time. But the reason why it works so well in a video game is because it's saying something about the player, and how the player just blindly follows whatever they think the developer wants them to do. The fact that it's a game elevates it into something more. And the fact that they used old tired tropes against you when you first start playing the game, and you realize you're playing another silent protagonist, and that he's listening to some asshole on the radio again, and like you've played a million games with this setup, and so You don't question it, and because you didn't question it, you never thought that, like, you never thought to yourself, why am I even doing what this guy says? You just think maybe the story isn't all that great in this game. But they took those low expectations you have for the story of a first-person shooter, and turned it against you. And it also really hammers home the choices you were allowed to make, because even if you replay the game, you can't not listen to Andrew Ryan. It's canon that you were being mind controlled. But the choices you were allowed to make in the game are, whether or not to harvest or rescue the little sisters, which are these creatures who harvest the currency of this world, Adam. It's what makes all the superpowers and all the craziness in this world happen, is this thing called Adam, which they harvest, and they have these protectors called Big Daddies. And if you harvest them, you get more Adam, but if you choose to rescue them, you'll get more Adam in the long run, and at the ending of the game, they come to your aid and help you. Harvesting little sisters means killing them, by the way. And Fontaine never interfered with those choices. So the fact that if you made the right choices at the ending of the game, they'll come and help you, it's saying something about player choice and how games should take that into account when making story. And I wish more games did, because it's just beautiful that they tied in your gameplay, the fact that you just followed this guy and did whatever he said, and they made it part of the story. It's great. And I really do think that this moment, that the Would You Kindly moment, is highly underrated. Not a lot of people talk about it, and is a beautiful moment in gaming, and it's proof that this is a medium unto itself, and that games are art. I remember when my sister got to the I Would You Kindly plot twist, and she was so fucking pissed. She was so mad that she kept fucking just meleeing the air, and she was just like, I don't want to play anymore. I want to shut her off. I don't want to do another thing Atlas tells me to do. And it was just like, come on, you gotta see the rest of the game. Come on. I was like, hey, you're on to do it, because there's a moment where he tells you to put the card in the slot, and they don't give you any choice but to do what he says. She was just so fucking angry. Oh my god, it was great. Hope you guys enjoyed this rant. If you liked the drawing that you're seeing being made right now, then it's available. You can get it on a shirt in Redbubble. Actually, you can get it on a bunch of things at Redbubble. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram, and I stream on Twitch, and I try to stream on Twitch every other day, usually. So yeah, catch me on there. I might do some drawing streams in the future, so keep an eye out for that. Alright. If you like the video, like it. If you want to see more, subscribe. If you have a comment, please leave it. I will see you guys next time. Peace.